Hello everyone and welcome back. First of all, I'm very sorry that from last couple of months I'm not able to upload any video, and I promise that I will be uploading a Mastercard interview video, but that too didn't happen. And the reason being is first I was thinking that I will record that behind the camera, but what I think now is that is a very important video and I should come in front of the camera and record that so that you get a very better understanding and you should feel that video. So that is why it is being delayed, and I promise you that uh, it should be out in the end of this month. So let's focus on today's video, and today's topic is not some random video that we see on any like YouTube channels. So this is going to be a very in-depth explanation of why like not why these topics are important in terms of your interviews. And before I move ahead and start explaining this in very detail, I have few announcements to make in the end, so please stay with me till the end. And people who are watching this channel for the very first time, let me tell you about myself. I'm a full stack developer at Mastercard, and currently my position here is software engineer too. And have I have qualified both the Java and Oracle certifications, and I worked with LTI earlier, and before that I worked with Infosys. So from service based to product based, and all these experience I'm going to share in my coming videos. And I only have 3+ years of experience. So in 3 years, how and why did I switch three companies? So that too is another topic. So there are many things to cover and many points will be covering in the coming videos we'll cover. So please stay with me till the end for this video and you will have some very good understanding. So now you have my LinkedIn profile, you can add me and you can ask me anything if you want. So let's go ahead and start our today's topic. So first of all, the first tip of the day is giving only the correct answer is not enough. So you must be thinking, okay, then what else? So you must have seen that in some interviews you have given the correct answers, and even my juniors complain that I gave the correct answer for this particular interview and still I didn't get the call for the second round. So why did this happen? So they don't have any idea why this happened, but we will try to understand why this happens. So suppose in a company there is a job profile opening for sorry, there is a opening for three in a particular job role, and there are more than 500 employees applied for that. So in that case, suppose 50% of the employee in interview didn't give the correct answer, but somewhere around, even if you consider the 40-30% employees gave the correct answers, now the position is open for only three employees. How they are going to choose the three out of some 20, 30, or even 10 also? So we'll try to focus on that part. So suppose the interviewer, uh, out of many questions, interviewer ask you this question, that is, what is the difference between an abstract class and interface? And out of 10 employees, many explained the abstract classes, what generally we see on the websites. So abstract classes can have abstract, non-abstract methods, doesn't support multiple inheritance, it can have static final, can provide the implementation of the interface. So you are giving the point, but you are not being to the point and why this abstract class is being used, why do we use interface and all these things. So interviewer asked you the difference, but uh, he did not ask you to not go and explain the in-depth explanation of it. So you should not be limited to explaining that point itself. You can go a little above that and you can explain the theories around it also. That is very important, and we'll also see that how you can explain that. So suppose a very good employees who is having the understanding of these points and how to ace the interviews, he will go something like this. Okay, So this is the answer that I have written when I was giving the interview, and I have also added this in my channel. This top 10 Java interviews is available in my channel, so you can watch that. So I will go a little top on that question, and I will start explaining why we use abstract class and interface. So we use this to achieve the abstraction, which which generally we achieve it using two ways, using abstract classes and interfaces. Now, with the help of abstract classes, we can achieve abstraction from 0 to 100%. Then I will start explaining all other points. Then again in interfaces, all other points. And after that, we know that this point is also important. Starting from Java 8, we can have static and default methods. Now, you don't explain much about this. This is the trick also in any question you are explaining. So suppose you are familiar with some additional points related to that question also, and you want interviewer to go ahead and ask that, you can at the end you can mention that. So like I have mentioned here, starting from Java 8, we can have static and default methods. So now interviewer will try to understand that if I have the understanding of static and default method or not. So he will ask me, he might ask that why static and default method was introduced in interfaces. And I'm already prepared. So I will start explaining this. So that's how you should go ahead and approach. That's how you should explain any question. So that is why I have mentioned that not giving the correct answer only is not enough. Okay. Now the second tip looks like a very normal one, but that is also very, very important. So I have mentioned don't go fast, maintain a medium pace and be very confident. That is one of the very, very important points in interviews. So when interview happens, we generally lose control and we start explaining things in a very fast manner, and then we lose confidence. And when we lose confidence, we may think that we are giving the correct answer, but interviewer is not getting satisfied with our answers, and then that is the point where we'll lose our interview. We might think that it is going fine, but we will lose the interview if the interviewer is not satisfied. So that is why we should maintain a pace. A proper pace should be maintained in our overall interview, and we should be very confident while explaining all the questions. Okay. So the third is the very important, it's my personal favorite, because using this I have cracked many interviews, and that is why I'm saying that I have got more than even almost 90% interviews I cracked with the help. Like, this third point helped me a lot, I can say. Having a personal projects adds value to your interviews and makes a very good impression. Why I'm saying this is, suppose you are a full stack developer or a front end or a back end, you should have a personal project. You should have a personal project. Why? Because you, first of all, that shows that even you are working, or even for the freshers it is very, very important, because you don't have any work that point of time, so you, for you it is important. But for professionals also, it adds very, like, it's add so many values. Like, first of all, you show that interviewer that even after your work also you are trying to understand few points, and you're trying to build your own personal project, and you are still giving your more than 100%, or you are giving your 100% to achieve where you want to be. So let's understand how I do this in the interviews. So suppose if I have a personal project which I currently have running, and I will show you. So I'm a full stack developer. So I have a front end project that is currently running. I keep running my Spring Boot project, that is a backend project, and also I keep my DB up. And I try to explain the interviewer that what are all the things that I have added in this project, and how I explain this is also important. Suppose my interviewer is asking some questions related to Angular. Suppose how you handle the uh, route guard, how you achieve the route guard in Angular. or how the component communication works and all these points. So after explaining the theory point, I can explain like, sir, I already have this particular personal project running, can I show you that in a moment, if you allow me? So interviewer will be very curious to see this if you have a running one, and you can mention it won't take more than a minute because I already have it running. So he might he like, there are chances more than 80% that he will say okay, okay, you can show me. And then you can come here and you can show that. And if you have spent a very good amount of effort in your project, it will impress the interviewer, you will impress the interviewer. So suppose if I have to explain the route guard, before going to that particular point, I will try to quickly show the interviewer overall look of my project by quickly scrolling through and giving some different components. I'll quickly show them, uh, and then I will see this the exact which I wanted to show. So I can explain, so see if you can see this, I have implemented the route guards, and quickly if uh, I can explain the component part of that code section, I can quickly show that also where I have implemented. And you can suppose interviewer is asking how do you achieve the login functionality, and if he is curious to ask how did you achieve this login, or the register, what are the validations you are implementing. So you can quickly show these validations also, how you are handling these things, how these things are working, and all these things that you can implement, you have implemented, you can show me. So that these are the important points that matters in interviews a lot. And you have the Spring Boot application also running, you can show that also, that how the data is getting stored, how you are fetching the data from the DB, and what are the DB tables that you have, and everything. So that is a very important point in the interviews, and interviewer will be very happy to see this, that you have made so much and very good effort. Now we have come at the end of this particular video, and the announcement that I wanted to make here is, uh, many of you must not have the personal project, or you are very busy and all these things, and few of you are not a full stack, some are back end, some are front end. So I just wanted to create, apart from after completing this mastercard or any other videos, or parallelly also I want to start, I will create this, whatever the project that I currently showed you, this front end project. At least what I'm thinking here is I will try to create a login and register functionality here, and I will show you how exactly that works. So I am thinking of creating a particular um, video, maybe 2 3 parts of this, where I will be implementing login, register, and the services and all the backend services related to that, and all the DBs. So if you are interested, you guys can let me know, and please make sure this video reaches to as many people as possible, so that we can have many people joined, and then we can start this particular one. I will also show you what are all the things that I have used in this project, what are all the things that you should take care, how these buttons and all, because this is not something which I have downloaded, this is what I have created from the very scratch. I have all the components, everything is what I have created here, each and everything. If you'll see here in the about section, all these things, all these animations and everything is created. So I will explain you each and everything in detail. So if you want, you can let me know in the comment section, or you can and refer this to, like, share this with your friends also, so that if they are interested, they can subscribe. And then I will put a question in this channel section, in the community section, which I have asked earlier regarding this one. So this particular question which I asked earlier regarding the mastercard interview video, will be uploading this video soon. And I will again uh, ask you regarding this particular question, like whether should I go ahead and create, and I want maximum people to react on that one, and then I will go ahead and start that series. So hope today's video is helpful for you, and if it adds value, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And that's all for today. Bye bye. Happy